Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. My name is Mike Demaro, and I think today's topic is going to be about behavior and understanding behavior of an autistic person or an ASPy. Now, if you're an autistic person or if you're an ASPy, you might have a problem with behavior, and I know how you feel because I have those same problems too. It's like sometimes we feel like a child. We get treated like a child because sometimes the world thinks it's okay to treat us like a child, and they don't understand how we are adults. And some of us don't comprehend the fact that they are treating us like adults. Some people, well, you may think that you may be treated like a child. And I know that a few times in my life, I've been treated like a child in my lifetime by my parents and bosses and teachers and everybody else. You know, sometimes it's hard for us to know when to act for what type of behavior. I know for me, being an adult, it's hard for me to act like an adult because I see things and there is okay to be acting like that. Like, for example, maybe at work, I feel sometimes uncomfortable and maybe sometimes I feel like a child, you know, because of it. But at the same time, I gotta spread my word across. It's hard for people like us to tell people how we are. People see us as normal people sometimes, but you gotta know when a person's an Aspie or an autistic person. Sometimes people like me, if it if it's not going our way, we might give tantrums and we might get outrageous or angry, and like we might throw fits like a child. You know, I know it's hard to like how we react. You know, it's it's problems. On the roadway. Let me give you an example. It's like you're following this person, or you're behind this person. Next thing you know, they're going slow for you, and you try pass them, and or if they want to make a turn, and you're right there, and you honk at them. I have a problem with people that are driving sometimes, right in front of me, that go slow, or that they turn in front of me, or even when they try to cut me off. You know, I know some people don't do it on purpose, but still, people cut me off on the roadways when I'm driving. And that's hard to understand too, and concept why they cut me off or why they go in front of me. It's like honking your horn. I get real upset when I honk my horn like that. You know, probably part of the behavior is angriness. You know, I know sometimes we're all angry, but sometimes we all put it behind the wheel when we're driving. It's like, what type of behavior is that? You know? Behavior is something that we need to deal with every single day of our lives. Behavior is not going away. If you look at it, you know? Just because a certain person might act foolish to you, their behavior is not going to go away. Now, I try to be happy at work, but sometimes the people that I work with, their behaviors get in the way of it. You know, It's like I can deal with some people and I can't deal with others. And it's those people that I can't deal with that make me upset. How am I supposed to express that to the guest? Or express that to others? You know? I know we all want to be treated like respect, but still, you know, it's hard for us adults who has Asperger's and autism trying to figure out what's the best way of doing it. You know, how do we react? How do we behave? You know, let me give you another example, and this one's from my childhood. I know that I might have laughed at some people when I was younger when they did something wrong, and and I thought, and it was like funny to me, but it's like we don't know, we didn't know at the time it was not funny. It's hard. You know, it's hard for autistic people and Aspies to realize that if somebody gets in trouble, you don't laugh at them. Like that. It's real hard. You know what I mean? Sorry about the email. I have that loaded up there. But anyways, it's hard to tell the people that okay, it's hard to tell the children, okay, this is not funny. Don't laugh at him, it's not funny. Or don't laugh at her, it's not funny. It's hard to tell a kid that who is autistic or who is at NASB. That's not funny. You know? It's hard for, even as I'm an adult now, and I see something wrong and I laugh, it's like, okay, dude, it's not funny. It's hard for me to control that, you know? But I try to keep it to myself when I grew older and older and older because I don't want people to know I'm laughing. It's none of their business. Because I might turn away when someone's getting in trouble. It's like, you know, come on now. But I had to do it because I don't want people knowing I'm laughing. It's not funny. I know that. Personally, I don't believe that. Or I should believe that, but it's still. I Nobody should be laughing at anybody if they get in trouble. Anyways, it's hard also for us to control behavior. Like, let me give you another example. Like a funeral, let's say. You know, people are sad, people are crying. How are you supposed to react to that if you're an autistic person or an Aspie to say, I'm sorry about your loss. I'm sorry about your loss. It might be a little difficult, but you find the good words to say it. You share the memories of that person. Goodbye. Okay. I know it's real hard to deal with a sad moment at the time, but just as long as you have the happy memories and everything else, it'll be fine. You know? And now let me let me pass off another topic of behavior for a second. Or for right now. Behavior at school. Let's put it that way. I know that some kids may make fun of you for behavior problems. But as long as the teachers and all that know that you are autistic or you're an Aspie, you shouldn't have to deal with bullying. You shouldn't have to deal with the teasing and all that. You know, to us as an Aspie or Aspie or an autistic person, they may think it's okay to we watch this behavior and we think it's okay to do it. No, kind of like a monkey see, monkey do type of thing. But sometimes some of those behavior problems you cannot monkey see, monkey do. That is not appropriate. You know, just use your own judgment, and when you use your own judgment, you decide if that's good behavior or if that's not, you know? So, anyways, what else is behavior problems? Oh, online. Let's put it this way. I started a page online for my camping club. Now, somebody, obviously the chairman of the event, came to me and they wanted to run the page. And I was like, no. Or I was trying to say, what's wrong with it? Well, why do you want to run it? I started the page. Why do you want to run it? You know? It's like, come on now. Give me a break. I built up the page to 232 fans, and you want to start a new page with new fans and all? It's like, give me a break. The purpose of me having the page out in the first place is because I wanted to spread the word of the event to the world. You know? I wanted to put Springfield on the map for it. You know? And everybody's been saying that I've been doing a good job of it. You know? It's like, why don't you let me continue running the page? And they want to run the page because they want to use their own marketing techniques and all. You know? I'm going to warn you, they're going to lose the fans. So, basically, I've been having an ongoing fight here. But anyways, dealing with our topic of the episode, behavior, it's like, yeah, sure, I could have behaved it kind of okay, but it's like it's like one of your babies going away, you know? And it's real hard. And let me say another issue, okay? And I'll get to my main point here of where I'm going. Now, at work, I got in trouble a few times, or the managers wanted to see me. Now, I wasn't really in trouble, but still. Anyways, but going back to two examples that I said, first being on Facebook and the person that wants to take over my page or wants to do a new page, and then being in trouble at work. Now, those issues, you know what I have done? It's hard for me to express my feelings, my reactions in words, by mouth. So, you know what I had to do? Write them letters. And it seems like the letters keep being long and long and long and long, but at the same time, I'm trying to get my point across to them. I don't care if it's 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, 10 pages long. I don't care how many pages long it is. I need to get my point out to them. And it's hard for me to like get angry at these people. You know? It's real hard to get angry at these people, but yet you need to spread the word. You need to stand up and tell them what's going on and how you feel, and it's hard for us to do that. And behavior plays a role in that, you know? But I hope you understand the point I'm trying to make here is that if you don't feel comfortable standing up and saying it to them, at least go ahead, write or type a letter out, doesn't matter how many pages long it is, and either email it or give it to somebody, and they'll take it and they'll read it and they'll thank you for it, you know. So, but yeah, let me give you another example on behavior with an ASB and an autistic person. This is a good one though. This is not anything bad, you know. Now you know that I wear glasses outside of my home. You don't see me wearing glasses when I do my TV shows or when I'm inside my home. But you do see me wearing glasses when I'm outside my home. Now, obviously, there's a problem with my glasses. And one of my managers came up to me today and said that there was a problem with my glasses. It wasn't Disney luck and all the other stuff. But I was explaining it to her nicely, and I did say it nicely, that the next day off that I have, I'm going to take them and get them repaired. And they didn't have any problems after that, you know? I'm sure the next couple of days at work, if anybody else gives me problems about that, I'm going to explain it to them the same way I explained it to my manager. That I'm not going to be able to have them done until the next available day off that I have, and then I'll take them in and have them done. You know? So that was a good way of handling it. And that was more, you acted like an adult behavior. I wish it was more like that. But you never know in this world on what type of people you run into or what type of problems it might be. And you know what I mean, right? Let's hope you do. Or let's hope I do too. Because we're both learning at the same time. You're learning by my videos, and I'm learning by experience. Well, you're also learning by experience, but I'm just saying, you're learning by my videos. So, I'm not sure if there's anything else we want to cover in behavior. Other than behavior problems, I know it's hard, but you gotta control your behavior. You gotta control your temper. You know, there might be days that in the future I'm gonna probably have to go to anger management class because of the way I honk at people on the road and how I feel and how my temper. You know, you get angry at people and workers and friends and family. You know, there might be one of those days I'm probably gonna have to go to anger management. But another good technique to control your behavior is go see a therapist. Tell him or her what your problems are and what your behavior problems are, and they'll work with you and give you some tips on how to prevent anger management problems and anger problems and tempers, and you know what I mean. They'll give you some tips on how to be a good person and how to act in certain ways and certain events. You know what I mean? I hope this episode has taught you a lot about how we deal with behavior. And I hope that you guys will use some of my tips out in the real world. You know, just to don't be afraid to you come back to me and ask me any questions that you might have, or leave me some comments. You know, but behavior is one of those things we have to deal with on daily life, and unfortunately, everybody has behavior problems. Not just you guys with Asperger's, not just you guys that are autistic, not just you guys that are, you know what I mean? Everybody has behavior problems. And I'm going to close out on this episode, so I hope that you will catch me on future episodes of My Life with Asperger's. Thank you so much for watching tonight.